What's going on, YouTube fam? Like, what's really good? It's your boy Brimeezus. At this current place in time, there are over 800 Pokemon to discover and collect. It's really hard for me to delineate a top 10 list of my favorite Pokemon when they're always coming out with new generations of Pokemon and new creatures to love. Plus, due to the competitive aspect of Pokemon, I've acquired an appreciation for certain Pokemon that I would not normally care about. So, I'm going to attempt to do a top 10 of each Pokemon generation. For this list, I'll be including both design, lore, competitive uses, and anything else that will make somebody think a Pokemon is awesome. None of these videos will include legendary Pokemon. For some reason, there are those who dislike Generation 5, and I have no idea why. It was the first generation to give us as much new Pokemon as the very first generation of Pokemon. Technically a little more because they gave us 156 Pokemon. It balanced the game by a significant amount, as well as gave us new battle modes to play. And most importantly, a lot of phenomenal Pokemon. Overall, there is no way that the Pokemon from the first two generations in their entirety could stand against the Pokemon from Generation 5 as a whole. Don't forget to check out my previous top 10 Pokemon videos of the first 4 generations. Anyway, without further ado, let's get to Generation 5. Also, before we begin this video, I wanted to give a huge shout out to Pokemon Generations Amino. It is an app community, a very large one at that, and you will have to download it on your phone. For those of you who use the Amino app and are into Pokemon, you should definitely check out Pokemon Generations. I'm in the group. I share my content there. There's a bunch of other cool people there, so we can come there, hang out, talk Pokemon stuff, and have a great Pokemon-ish time. Gigalith. Generation 5 definitely holds the title for the best rock Pokemon overall. Like its contemporary Conkeldurr, Gigalith also pays homage to a Generation 1 Pokemon called Golem. Unlike Golem, Gigalith is just a pure rock type Pokemon. It has the ability called Sturdy, but in actuality it doesn't need it. It has the ability Sandstream. Just like Tyranitar, it can summon a Sandstorm, which also boosts the special defense of rock-type Pokemon. Gigalith already has decent special defensive stats, but also has massive attack and defense. Only thing that's really wrong with Gigalith is its terrible speed, but it also works in Gigalith's favor because it makes sure that Sandstream will be an effect against faster Pokemon. So because of its incredibly high defenses, it doesn't have to worry about getting destroyed in one turn the majority of the time. And its attack stats are massive enough to crush a lot of Pokemon in one hit. Archeops. Archeops had to be on this list somehow, some way. It's the other fossil Pokemon that you get in Generation 5. It has amazing stats, remarkable as a matter of fact, especially its massive attack, and unbelievable move pool for a rock and flying type Pokemon. But its ability is just absolutely hilarious. It has the ability called Defeatus, which cuts its stats in half if its HP is below 50%. Almost defeats the purpose of having amazing stats in the first place. It doesn't have bad defensive stats. It's not even a glass cannon, but its ability turns it into a glass cannon. It's like dating a hot girl that has a lot of issues and baggage. Like a girl that only dates you for the money and then bounces if you ever hit a rough patch. Completely superficial, man. Carracosta is the fossil Pokemon from Generation 5. It's a rock and water type Pokemon that's only good for one reason. Really a couple reasons. It has the ability Sturdy, which allows it not to get KO'd in one hit. This is one of the many balances that Generation 5 made to Pokemon. In previous generations, the ability Sturdy only protected you from moves that knocked out any Pokemon in one hit, such as Fissure, Horndrill, Sheer Cold, etc. This made the ability Sturdy ineffective, because not only were one-hit KO moves illegal in competitive Pokemon play,
But even if they were, one-hit KO moves only had a 30% chance of landing in the first place. But now in Generation 5, it's much more applicable. And because of Sturdy, Carracosta could set up a Shell Smash without much problem. That's a tongue twister. And as I said before, Shell Smash is a move that lowers a Pokemon's defenses, boosts its attacks and speed significantly, and for the few Pokemon that Carracosta could not outspeed even with Shell Smash under its belt, it had Aqua Jet to take care of business. Bisharp is a Darkest Steel type Pokemon. It has really great stats except for its speed, but that's okay because it can learn Sucker Punch. It has the ability Defiant, which raises its attack stats by 2 stages. It's like automatically giving Bisharp a Sword stance move in the event that its attacks are lowered. It's incredibly hard to knock out unless you have a Fighting, Ground, or Fire type Pokemon. Conkeldurr is very similar to Machamp from Generation 1. They're both slow Pokemon, so Conkeldurr is better in my opinion for 2 reasons. 1, even though it's slower than Machamp, it has higher attack, and 2, both Pokemon already have massive attack stats as it is, and unlike Machamp, it can learn Mach Punch, which is a priority fighting type move. It is true that Machamp can learn Bullet Punch, which is strong against fairy types, but because Machamp is a fighting type Pokemon, Machamp doesn't get the same type attack bonus that Mach Punch will have with fighting type Pokemon. Plus, Conkeldurr has the ability Iron Fist, which boosts the power of punch type attacking moves. So really, it's 3 reasons why Conkeldurr is better than Machamp, at least in one-on-one battles. It is close though, and they both have slightly different uses. It depends really. Machamp does have that no guard / dynamic punch combo though. I'm just rambling on too much. Chandelure. Like his Generation 5 contemporary Conkeldurr, Chandelure was similar to another Pokemon in Generation 1 that was Gengar. They were not quite as similar, however. Chandelure is a Ghost and Fire type Pokemon. Chandelure isn't in the same class as Gengar when it comes to speed, but Chandelure has higher special attack and higher defensive stats. And its Fire type gives it much more coverage in competitive battle. In addition to that, Chandelure is a playable character in Pokken Tournament, very similar to Gengar. Superior is arguably the best grass starter Pokemon there is, and one of the best grass Pokemon out, not including legendaries or Ultra Beasts. And it's all due to his hidden ability called Contrary. What Contrary does is cause an inverse of stat changing moves and abilities that are targeted towards Superior. For example, if a Pokemon has the ability Intimidate comes out on Superior, instead of lowering Superior's attack, it raises it. Or most notably is that Superior can learn the move Leaf Storm, which is an incredibly strong grass type move, but lowers your special attack 2 stages. Instead of lowering Superior's attack 2 stages by using Leaf Storm, it gets raised 2 stages every time the attack is used. All you have to do is put Choice Scarf on Superior and pray that you don't run into a Pokemon that has the ability Sap Sipper, because it's going to mow down anything that stands in its path. And it can't be put to sleep by Sport, and it won't get knocked out in one hit by almost anybody due to its great defensive stats. Volcarona. Volcarona is a pseudo-legendary bug and fire-type Pokemon, the first of its kind. Volcarona had great stats. On top of that, it could learn Quiver Dance, which would boost its special attack, speed, and special defense simultaneously. It could also learn the Pokemon-specific move, Fiery Dance, which had a 50% chance of boosting its special attack upon landing. And for Bug-type Pokemon, Volcarona had a great move pool and different ways it could be played competitively. Klang. Before I get into too much about this Pokemon, I have to talk about its pre-evolution names. Its first form is Clink, its second form is Clang, and the final form, of course, you guessed it, Klicklang. Yes, that explanation was 100% necessary. Anyway, Klicklang is a Steel-type Pokemon. In fact, it's the only pure Steel-type Pokemon that's not a Mega Evolution or Legendary. And by Legendary, I'm referring to Arceus, who can change its typing. It took 5 generations for them to give us a pure Steel Pokemon, which is well long overdue. Klicklang also has the hidden ability called Clear Body. Once again, Clear Body prevented negative stat changes on a Pokemon. It also had 2 Pokemon-specific moves, which were Gear Grind and Gear Shift. Gear Grind was an attack move, and Gear Shift raised Klicklang's attack by 1 stage and his speed by 2 stages. Too bad it was only given to Klicklang because this boost was better than Dragon Dance. Spots number 1 and 2 are truly hard to differentiate because the 5th generation of Pokemon gave us not 1, not 2, but 3 pseudo-legendary Pokemon. Haxorus is one of 2 3-stage evolution dragon-type Pokemon from Generation 5. Haxorus has the highest attack stats of non-legendary and non-mega evolution dragon-type Pokemon, and perhaps non-legendary Pokemon or mega evolved Pokemon as a whole. Wait, no, I think Rampardos edged it out just a wee bit. Either way, Haxorus is a monster. It has great speed, phenomenal attack power, not to mention it doesn't suffer from dual-type weaknesses as many other dragon-type Pokemon do. Hydreigon. Hydreigon is a dragon and dark-type Pokemon, and is most likely the sole reason why fairy-type Pokemon came into existence. Hydreigon has the most well-rounded stats of any Pokemon that's not a legendary. It's even a bit faster than Haxorus, just slightly, but slightly slower than Salamence and Flygon. It has great defensive stats and amazing attack and special attack stats as well. Not to mention that it also has perhaps the largest move pool out of any Pokemon except for Mew, and it can be played in a large variety of ways. It just got nerfed in the 6th generation of Pokemon because of Fairy-type Pokemon, and it's probably a Psychic-type's worst nightmare. Alright guys, that wraps up my top 10 Generation 5 Pokemon video. Please hit that like button if you like what I said. If you want to see other Pokemon related content, make sure you subscribe to my channel and check out my other top 10 Pokemon as well as the top 20 best Pokemon themes of all time. Please stay tuned for other Pokemon related content, especially the top 10 Generation 6 Pokemon video. This is your boy Brian Meezus, the wisest, most powerful of all nerds. I will see you guys next time.